Yo guys, what is up and welcome back to some Anime Eternal. In this video, as you guys can see probably from the title, we are doing a big tips and tricks video from all of the stuff I have missed. So we're going to be going from, I don't know, area 15 or so and up. They've added a whole lot of updates, a whole lot of mini updates, part 3s, part 2s, all that stuff as well. And there are some things, obviously, that are pretty self-explanatory, like new gotchas and everything that I won't be going over. I won't show you guys, like, the new gotchas and everything like that. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. You click on it, you just upgrade it. For things like Dragon Race leveling, you click on it, you upgrade it as well. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. But I will be going over the accessories in the areas, if they've added new swords, the new scythes, I think that's a pretty big thing, other stuff like that as well. I won't be going over the SS guys, however, because, I mean, just look at the Discord. But they have added a whole bunch of stuff since, I mean, update, I think 14 was the last time I've done my update. So I'm going to go through here, see what all I can talk to you guys about, and we will get on with the video. So one thing that they did just add not too long ago is if you guys go to Area 2 or any of the progressional raids, something that they added that I did want to talk about are these 3x speed keys. So basically, for this one, for the restaurant raid ×2, it's only 150k of the token exchange coins. However, for the third one, I believe, I can't see it now, it was either 200 or 300 credits, I'm pretty sure. But basically, it takes triple the amount of keys. However, you get triple the amount of rewards. It's not triple as fast or anything. You just get triple the amount of rewards. Now, this is really, really good considering, I think this update, update 18 part 2, yeah, they added obelisk coins. And basically what those are is you can get a bunch of different coins from doing raids or dungeons or defenses or anything like that. And basically, they added 2 obelisks, so an energy obelisk at area 10 or a damage one at area 15. They both max out at level 10, and they give you 1 times energy and 1 times more damage as well. So make sure you guys do that. Doing this dungeon or doing the restaurant raid, I guess, will definitely help. They also did add the food boxes. These food boxes, the lunch boxes, they added the lunch boxes in the progressional raids too. So if you guys do have keys or anything, you can take it over there. It would be super, super nice. But yeah, this is definitely going to help you guys get, I mean, first of all, a lot more food items, which are just more basically mini potions. And it will also help you get materials to turn into token exchange coins, and it'll help you get the obelisk coins as well. So make sure you do that as well. Something else that they also added in Area 6 is a shadow. So they added shadows. I didn't really go over this too much, but basically there's 2 types of shadows, damager shadows or energy shadows. As you can see, Leonardo is an energy shadow, 99% more energy on each one. I don't necessarily know. Let's see, 272 to 258. It's really not 99%. I don't necessarily know how the math works, but it's just more energy. And then there's different guys that are damagers as well. I'm not too sure how it works. Someone told me, I think it's every even world is a damage or is an energy, and every odd world is a damager. We'll check that in a minute once we're done with this. But yeah, you just farm up any SS guy. It has to be an SS unit, and they have a chance to drop their guy, and they go all the way up to Supreme. So make sure you guys get that. But Area 6, they added the upgrade for them, so you can enhance them. I have 80k right now, and it basically just adds attack speed to your guys, which is obviously super, super nice. They also have shadow upgrades that they added along with it. You can have an extra equip, extra shadow souls. There's shadow leveling as well. They can go all the way up to 100. So that is something to note with the new fighters. You can't fuse them or anything. However, you can put those upgrades on them, which is very, very nice. Another big thing that they added is in Area 12, they added sin upgrades. So sin upgrades is there is a dungeon over here, or a raid, I guess, and you buy the keys obviously from the exchange place like you do every other key. And then you do these and you get energy, or sorry, you get sin progression upgrade tokens or whatever, and they max out with 12 times more energy, 100% more coins, sorry, and 50% extra luck. So highly recommend going over there. It only takes maybe 5 to 6-ish keys, maybe, to max out at least the energy one. It could be more than that, though. So just keep that in mind as well. And then all the things over here, obviously, I'm not going to go over because most of these are just ghoul things or just, you know, tokens and whatnot. But I will show you guys, I believe area 17 or 18, there is a sword, so we'll get over that in a second. But just going to keep it going. There is 22 worlds, and as you see at the left, I don't necessarily know how this works on Xbox or anything like that, but they did change it so the worlds 20 and above are on a separate tab. Make sure you guys don't forget that. There's a dungeon lobby now with the 3 dungeon raids and everything like that in there. You want to do those. There's also another green planet raid at this. Let's just teleport there. There's the green planet raid. You get that. You can get obelisk coins from there as well. Also a eternal dragon, which is you can only get this eternal dragon in this raid, so make sure you guys do that. The Mundo raid is for an achievement for more damage, and then the Suffering raid just gives you a whole bunch of really useful stuff. Also, 21 adds the new scythes in the game. So as you guys probably know, scythes are the best sword now in the game. If we look at my swords right now, there was a exclusive golden venom strike, which was 2 damage better than the old venom strike maxed out. So that is no longer in the game. You cannot get this anymore. However, the new swords, this one is doing 35 with a mythic one, but there are supreme ones. Yeah, there are supreme ones, 3-star. I've not gotten a 3-star yet, but it's the best one in the game. They're better than swords, all that stuff. So make sure you guys, you know, grind up and get those. It's very important. They've also added the bankais to upgrade them as well, with just more damage. Okay guys, so area 15 is where you get this sword. It's an energy sword. There are 2 other swords. It was like 2 and 5 or something like that, but I covered that in the last one. But there's a new sword, beater, from the beater guy. It's a lucidator. They actually did buff it, so it was previously doing 50%. Now it's doing 0.625%, so 62.5%, which is really nice. You get it from this guy at area 15. The next one, I believe, is, I mean, I'm gonna have to find it real fast. But it's this one right here, the Excalibur, and it gives you a 1x boost, which is pretty good. Obviously, you want to make sure to get that. They also did add this. I want to make sure to show you guys before I forget. They did add a new accessory. Let's just turn this off. The new accessory is a scarf. It gives you damage, coins, and XP, which is super nice. If you go to area 22, there are 2 more accessories here. If you go over here to the D tier, guys, it's the same accessory, the same neck accessory, except this one gives you energy instead of damage, which is very nice. And then the B tier guy, which is all over here, not this guy, this guy, he gives you a back accessory that gives you damage, coins, and XP, which is super nice. Okay guys, also there is probably a lot I'm going to be missing. Sorry, it's just been a long time, but they did also add this cursed raid. Basically you do this cursed raid and it has a chance to get a cursed power that does 5 times damage, 5%. I believe that's critical, yeah, critical energy. So that is very helpful as well. That's at area 4. At area 1, they also added a new raid. I will be going over raids because they're not like shown on the map or anything. This one, you basically just do it and it gives you achievements, is basically the whole premise of that one. World 19 also has some accessories. If you guys look, it has fire pants, which are very nice. They're a pants accessory that at max gives you a 1x more energy boost. So I'd highly recommend farming for these supreme accessories because they are a huge help. Obviously, as you guys can see, they give you more damage, they give you more energy, all that stuff. So super helpful. If we come over here, there's the there's 2 actually from this guy. A fire witch hat, which is a head accessory. This gives you 0.75 times damage, 1 times coins, and a fire force cape, which is 0.45 times damage, 1.5 times energy, 7.5% XP, which is very nice. And then there is the SS rank guy back here, which is kind of hard to get to, but he also does drop, he drops an aura as well. I'll try and go over some auras. But he drops this, which is 1 times damage, 0.5 times energy, 0.5 times coins, and 7.5% more XP as well. He also drops the Fire Captain Aura, 1.5 times more damage. There is also some other accessories. There's this 35%, which I believe is 17, maybe. I'll have to check, but I believe it might be back here. Could be wrong. Looking like I'm wrong. I'll find it for you guys in just a second. There is a guy right here, though. It is kind of hard to tell. There is a little ladder here. I think this guy might not drop an aura. So I just showed you guys this for nothing. No, he does. Okay, so this guy at area 17 does drop a 1x aura, which is okay. But let me see. I think it was back here. I'll have to find out the world, but there is the new 35% aura, as you guys saw. Okay, guys, I think this is it. At area 15, you walk all the way back. I believe. You walk all the way back, like, right through here. Yeah, and then this guy drops the 35% drops aura. Make sure you guys get that for sure. Super helpful. Highly recommend getting that because obviously it's like 10% more than the other one, so it's just more drops overall, which is obviously very nice all the time. They have also done a bunch of stuff regarding leveling. So as you guys saw last time, there was, I believe, 3 prestige levels. Now there's 6. So as you guys can see, I'm prestige level 5. You can prestige one more time. They just added in this update, part 2 or part 3, I think. We need to get to level 270, and then it goes to max level 300. We get all this stuff that comes with it, which is really nice. Another XP multiplier, more stat points per level as well. A whole lot of stuff is coming with that, which is pretty cool. But yeah, 100% make sure to prestige. It's one of the most broken things in the game. It literally, like right now, I have a 16.1 times energy multiplier on me that I can change to damage, coins, or luck anytime I want. Super broken. Make sure to get that. They have also added a bunch of new jewelry. As we want to look here, I'm not going to necessarily go over it because it is literally the same exact thing as the last jewelry. There's 4 pieces now that can all be energy damage. I believe last time there were only 2, but there are 4 now. Like I said, it's the exact same way you get it this time. You literally just sit here. I don't have any on me, but you do dungeons. Oh, there we go. You do dungeons, defenses, any of that stuff. I believe it like Nightmare or maybe Insane Dungeon, maybe Crazy has the Rose Gold, which is the best one. You open them up, you get all the stuff from them. You go to the crafting jewelry, you craft them up just like that. I mean, like 10 bronze pieces for a bronze ring, and then you need a bronze ring parts, and blue crystals, and then, you know, just like this, all the way up until you get your energy. And you have to do that for damage. If you want coins, luck, you have to do that as well. But there's bracelets now and all that stuff. And if you are running low, you can always go to the exchange jewelry. If you have like a bunch of bronze rings and you don't need bronze rings or necklaces or rings or anything like that, you can just exchange them and then shop for whatever you need, which is quite helpful, honestly, as well. I also do want to mention, just going back through all of this update, like all of the update logs, they have buffed just so much stuff. Like as you can see here, like Ghoul Mask, Curse Power is just getting buffed. They buff so much stuff basically every single update, just because it's a little bit hard for people. So if you guys are new starting out or anything like that, even if you're like maxed out, whenever they do updates, a lot of times if it's hard for like top players, then they'll buff something. So for you guys, if you guys aren't like max world or anything, or if you are just starting out, you guys will have a lot easier time playing the game because they just keep buffing powers all the time just to help with new players, which is going to be super nice for you guys starting out. If you guys are doing free to play or anything like that, it'll help out a bunch. Speaking of, one big thing I'm not really going to go over, there are probably over 100 codes in the game right now that are working. I mean, I know mine probably still works. Yeah, mine still works. It doesn't really give you anything too great, but there are just hundreds of codes, and you can probably get upwards of 5,000 credits, maybe about there. Maybe that's a little bit extreme, but I would say about 2 to 5,000 credits you can get from just going and entering all of the codes. Go to the Discord because there are much more codes than just these every single update. Normally they'll restart and then they'll do a restart code which will give you 10 to 20 credits. You can get just so many credits in the game. Literally just go to their Discord, go to the code section, and there are probably 100 or something like that, which will help you guys be able to get game passes or your limited packs if you want that, or literally like you can just buy potions if you need. 100% make sure you guys enter all the codes because they are OP. Okay guys, they also did add something I don't think I've mentioned. They have added a triple sword. So as you can see, I have triple swords. Why is it? There we go. I have triple swords. I'll show you guys where this Excalibur is in just a second. But I have triple swords, which is obviously super nice for energy and damage alike. I actually don't know if it's... Yeah, triple weapon is right here. You still need the double weapon game pass in order to use this one as well. So make sure you guys get that. But triple weapon, it's literally just more damage, more energy, everything, which is super nice. Okay, guys, the Excalibur drops from area 19, guys. Right over here, as you guys can see, it's a 1% chance to drop. You have to defeat the guys, and then you have to go over to area 2, or sorry, no. You have to go over to area 4, weapon evolve them. You have to weapon evolve them all the way up to weapon evolve 2, and then you have to do the last one, weapon evolve 3, to get them up to the 1 times damage that mine is at right now. So that's obviously something you guys want to do. Just gives you more energy to work with. Super nice stuff that they keep adding. They've also added just a whole bunch of stuff, like a whole bunch of different types of things, like area 20. I'm just gonna show this off really fast because I was confused when it first came out. The dragon energy, you have to defeat Frieza, which is the A tier guy, I believe, and he drops the dragon blessing tokens. The dragon blessing tokens are used for the dragon energy and the dragon damage as well, so make sure that doesn't confuse you guys. And yes, you are saying this right, it does max out at level 500. And there are also just a bunch of other things I'm probably missing, guys, but I don't want to make it too talked about, like with the basic stuff. I want to do like more of the stuff that you guys probably don't necessarily know or are keeping track of, or for like new players it might help understand. But like I said, I'm not going to be going over any of the SS rank guys locations or the gachas at every area or anything like that. But what I will say is a couple big things. If you guys are newer to the game starting out, make sure 100% you guys get your fighters all the way up. They're a big help. Make sure you guys get your swords up. That's a very big help as well. I'm currently trying to get my scythes to be up a little bit more because that's going to be a very big damage buff. Auras, make sure every single one you get them because they are huge helps. As you guys can see, I'm getting 2 times my energy. If I need XP, I can get XP. If I need damage, I do damage or drops. Huge help. Alongside with that, I want to say jewelry is super underrated. It is a huge grind to get there, I will not lie. It's super grindy, super tedious and annoying. However, I highly recommend it because as you can see, each one of these is basically giving me 1 times more energy. I'm getting overall 3 times the energy or damage whenever I use these. It's basically just a new gacha that I've opened. Like, they are super helpful. If I unequip just like one of these, I go from 277 to 158. That is a very big difference. I highly recommend grinding, even though it'll suck, to get your energy jewelry and your damage jewelry at the minimum. Coins, obviously, super helpful. Luck, obviously, super helpful. But at the very minimum, I would do energy and damage because that will help you guys out a bunch. They've also added things, I know I did point this out earlier, but they've added things like energy leveling. So for some of your powers, as you can see, like even like the first one in the game, the dragon race, they've made it so you can level it up, which is kind of tedious. To level this one up and to level up most of them, you go to the area over here, you do this. This one unlocks the Zanpakuto and Ryatsu and the dragon race and the Saiyan level token upgrades, which is kind of tedious, but you definitely need to... Why did that bring me... Oh, snap. That's like right here. That's actually super cool. But I definitely recommend doing that. It is tedious, but obviously it's just like upgrading your gacha, so it's just making it better, which is super nice. Also, make sure you guys get your avatars up. I obviously, as a content creator, have the perks to be able to get the limited, pack every single time. I mean, I don't necessarily play the game that much anymore, but I would recommend trying to get the best avatar you can, whether that's like an SS or an SSS maybe, or just something. Make sure you guys get that, because without this guy, I would be also, yeah, 217 OVG to 277. I mean, that's really not that big of an increase, to be honest, but it is a decent enough increase that it's kind of worth it. So definitely make sure you guys get your avatars up, especially if you don't have one or anything like that as well. Also, the last thing I do want to say, accessories, super, super nice. As you can see, just like going by all these things, I'm getting like so much extra energy and damage just from having these guys equipped, which is super, super nice. And I don't even have the best ones. I'm still missing a lot of the newer ones that they've added as well. So make sure you guys, whenever you guys play, not just to worry about all of the gotchas and all that type of stuff. Make sure you guys are focusing on jewelry, auras, your fighters, your accessories, your avatars, all of that, and your champions too. Your champions are very important as well. If I unequip my champions, I have 60 OVG compared to 277. Very big difference. I just want to recommend 100% make sure you get all your stuff, not just your gotchas. But that being said, the new changes to like the restaurant raid, and you can like 3 times your stuff, will definitely help you guys out a lot. I highly recommend, if you guys are starting out, to 100% go over here and do this, because yeah, it's very, very nice. I recommend going to area 4 to the curse school, getting the aura, the 25% drops aura, which is right here. Definitely recommend getting that, and then seeing if someone will carry you in the 3 times, if you can afford the 3 times. If not, just do the 1 times, I guess. But this will be a very good start for you getting a bunch of stuff like demon fruits, swords, all that stuff. But it'll also give you a big boost starting out to be able to do the energy obelisk things. Now, one thing I want to say is I am not too sure if you need to have area 10 unlocked. I imagine you do need area 10 unlocked in order to upgrade this, or area 15 to upgrade this one. But it'll be a very big help whenever you get there to be able to upgrade a bunch. And also, like I said earlier, it'll be giving you all of these lunch boxes, which, like I said, very important, because they give you they give you all this stuff, which is like 10% more damage, coins, luck. And if you wanted to, I don't necessarily recommend, but you can go to area 6 at the food exchanger. You could turn in your chocolate bars. I'll just do like 15. You can turn in your chocolate bars for energy, which is, it does last half the time. However, it's basically double the energy. So for a lot of it, I would do it. Like XP, like sure. They added star macaroni. They added soul macaroons, drop macaroons, which I wouldn't necessarily do the drop macaroons, because this is 10% for 15 minutes. This is only 20% for 8 minutes, which I guess is technically better. I'll do 15. But I don't necessarily know about it. And then the waffles, Shadow Soul drops, highly recommend doing that as well. But anyways, I won't make this a video longer than it has to be. But if I missed any tips, let me know in the comments below, and I will probably make a tips video soon covering all of those that I've missed, because I know I missed a lot. But those are some of the biggest tips I would recommend for newer players, or even players like at the end of the game or something like that. Definitely do a lot of those, because it'll definitely help you. And if you guys are stuck, I get this question asked to me literally 24/7. You're stuck at area 7 or area 12. What can you do? Obviously, the best course of action is quite literally just go back to the previously worlds that you've not maxed out. Go back to area 1. Make sure you have the Supreme or the Phantom. Go back to area 5, make sure you have the Phantom there. Make sure you guys have good swords. And if anything else, see if you can't get carried to some achievements somewhere or something like that. I think that's very, very nice as well. But if you guys did enjoy this video, please do like, subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace!